Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal, and today we'll be reading What Are Some Lesser Known Benefits to Losing Weight? Part 2. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more weight loss stories. And also, I just started a second channel for some juicy relationship stories. The link to subscribe is in the top comment and description below. Minor to moderate back and joint pain may be relieved. The effect is amplified with strength training. Midlife obesity, also midlife diabetes, more than doubles your risk of Alzheimer's down the road. Skydiving, horseback riding, and go-karts usually have weight limits. I couldn't go with a group of my friends because I exceeded them all. Being able to scratch those hard-to-reach itches on your back. You overheat much less and don't smell or sweat anywhere near as much. Being able to tie your shoes and breathe at the same time. Wiping your bum is so much easier. You don't have to worry anymore about your fat butt cheeks snatching the toilet paper out of your hands like some European pickpocket. Not having to wear Spanx anymore. I still do it if it's like a formal occasion, but I used to have to wear it every day to conceal my perpetual food baby. Travel becomes infinitely easier and cheaper. As a male, your banana gets bigger, less fat in the banana area. Pressure on your kidneys. I'm a diabetic and I went to see my doctor and he said that at 23, yeah, young, my kidneys were failing. I was obese, but not shop and specialty store clothing fat. I told him I was going to lose weight because I didn't want to take more meds than I already was. Now my kidney health is spot on. Got a handshake and a pat on the back from the doctor. Good crap. Less folds for staying to develop. If you're a guy, your banana looks bigger and might get bigger as the fat recedes. Less joint pain. Confidence in everything that comes with it. Your clothing options go up. Menstrual options go up. In my experience, doggy got a lot easier. Any muscle you have stands out more. You can literally fit into more places like theme park rides and kayaks, etc. When you lose weight, your center of mass moves inward and closer towards your core, for lack of a better word, so you acquire a better sense of balance. Activities that require balance, like working on the roof or navigating over a gravelly patch in the parking lot, or just walking through a wet wooded narrow tail in order to avoid getting wet, become easier. And with this newfound ability to do these things comes greater confidence and self-reliance. This, even more than the obvious health benefits, is what I truly notice more than anything else. You will be able to be active with your child. You can take him hiking, kayaking, play basketball with him, do pretty much anything with him or her. Plus, it is absolutely disgusting if you are obese and don't instill good eating habits in your child. A few years ago, I was hanging out with a woman and her toddler. At one point, I leaned over and pushed the kid around on his toy car, maybe not even a minute. The mother said, "Glad you're here. I couldn't do that." I thought, really? That was hardly any effort. You find out who your real friends are. When I lost a bunch of weight after my second pregnancy, a few girls I considered friends started acting really crappy towards me for no reason. And then I heard that they were saying I was stuck up ever since losing weight. I hadn't changed, I just got noticed by more men, which I guess they noticed. Alright, 2 years ago I had a gastric bypass, lost 312 pounds. Benefits, mechs with the wife, duh, never had so many women and men openly flirt with me. Always had the jolly fat guy demeanor, I guess it only gets better. Shopping for clothes is amazing. Used to be 6XL, now a medium to large, 60-inch waist, now a 34. So I can buy 5 pairs of pants versus 1. And they are styled in this decade, not 1975. I fit into all cars now and airplane seats. People do not stare and point. I can eat at a restaurant without feeling like I'm being judged whether I'm eating a salad or not. So probably well known, but amazing nonetheless. So many good reasons, yet I'm still so lazy. No one has mentioned confidence yet. The confidence boost you get from being happy with your body is staggering. You may still not want to run through the streets naked, but it might just give you the boost to go and ask out that cute girl or guy you've had a crush on. Even if you don't want to ask anyone out, walking around the shops, you're not constantly thinking, are they looking at me? Do they think I'm fat? Are they making fun of me? Kind of thing. You just feel better. And no doubt you'll judge what other people put in their baskets too, but that's not really a benefit. This is weird, but I sweat a lot, but I found that I don't have as big of an issue sweating, particularly between my upper thighs and banana area after I lost weight, so it made walking to class in the summer heat less miserable. Also, being out of shape made walking up the steps in the parking garage hell and embarrassing when I was out of shape and overweight. As silly as it is, happier dogs. I've been eating healthier and counting calories for just under a month. I've also been trying to be more active, and taking the dogs for a walk helps me and them. It also gets easier to go longer distances rather quickly. One of my dogs is a husky, so she's definitely happy to be getting more and much longer walks. A lesser known benefit to losing weight is that you can get around things easier. Suppose a couple of shoppers are blocking the aisle with their carts. If you see about 8 inches of clearance, as a skinny person, you might be able to do a quick karaoke step through the gap before anybody else knows what hit them. You don't constantly feel bloated and like everything is squishing together. Wearing clothes is less irritating. Doing anything physical is easier and you feel like you're moving faster. More options for clothes. If you plan on having a baby, being pregnant at a healthy weight means less risk of complications, aches and pains, and less likely to gain a ton of weight that you never intend on losing. I lost a bunch of weight and now bother with my hair and makeup, and things are so different. People treat me better. I now don't even worry about, oh no, we're picking partners and I don't know anyone, because I'll have 2 or 3 different people to offer to be my partner. Also, like someone already said, it's so nice to be physically fit. You breathe deeper, you can see clearer, and it feels good to be active. It just feels so much happier. 10 out of 10 would recommend eating a relatively healthy diet plus working out. And that brings us to the featured narwhals of the day. Join our Reddit community to be a featured narwhal and for a chance to win some free narwhal merch. All you need is the Reddit app and a free account. The link to join is in the description and top comment below. Our first featured narwhal is Simple Revelation, and they say, "My butt is gone, 107 pounds weight loss." Our next featured narwhal of the day is Kitty Pride 85, and they say, 7 weeks into a long journey. The weight went on slowly, so I have to accept that it will come off slowly too. 16.2 pounds down, but I still have a long way to go. Would still like to lose another 40 to 45 pounds. This page and the YouTube channel has been so helpful and motivating. Thank you, narwhals. And our last featured narwhal of the day is V Valeska 2020, and they say, "My weight loss story. Hello everyone, I'm new to Reddit, and I gotta admit I only downloaded it because of Luke's videos. They're just too awesome. My weight loss story might be a little different from what you usually hear, but I thought I'd share it anyway. Maybe it motivates someone. Disclaimer, I'm not a native speaker, so please excuse any mistakes in my language. During my entire childhood and teenage years, I've never really watched what I ate. It was just whatever my mom cooked or what I felt like when eating out. I was never obese, but a bit overweight for as long as I can recall, since I really loved bread, burgers, pasta, pizza, and chocolate, and I've always had a sweet tooth. At home, we ate semi-healthy. My mom loves veggies, and since I'm a vegetarian, red meat was never a temptation for me, but as a vegetarian, you still have many ways to put on weight. Of course, at some point I became conscious about my body and began to feel unhappy and ashamed next to my skinnier friends. I also started dieting a few times, but never really succeeded. After a school trip to Italy last summer, I got home and remember feeling incredibly fatigued, lazy, and overall terrible. I've had quite bad acne throughout my entire teenage years, always blamed it on the hormones, and I was unhappy with how my body looked. I weighed myself and I was about 75 kilograms, 165 pounds, at a height of 5'4", being 16 years old and a girl. I know that's not considered heavily overweight or obese, but it was enough for me to make a change. I started riding my bike everywhere, bringing my lunch from home instead of eating out, making healthier food choices, and started working out. I started doing Chloe Ting's challenges and saw very quick results with them, but the thing that shocked me the most was not my weight, but the way I lived. Succeeding at this, being more active and having more energy made me so incredibly happy and motivated. I don't think I've ever been as happy as this summer. I woke up and was ready to make the most out of each day. I started journaling and being more confident and overall motivated. I started going out with my friends way more. Of course, not every day was perfect, and there were many ups and downs, but overall that summer was the best time I think I've ever had. I also noticed that way more guys became attracted to me. I don't think it's because of the weight I've lost, or only partly, but because of the confidence I've gained. When school started again, my final year, I wasn't anxious or stressed, but more motivated than ever, and I finished my first semester this January as top student of the class with the best grades I've ever had. However, at the start of this year, my quickly approaching A- levels, my driving license, and a ton of other stuff began to stress me out so much. I kind of got off track for a while, and my journey was stagnant for about 2 months. I didn't track my calories at all, only estimated, worked fine all the months before. And my relationship with food got quite unhealthy. I went through a cycle of restriction and semi-binges when I was stressed out. Now that I finally have my driving license and managed to solve personal issues, everything is going uphill again, and I'm at the goal I set myself last year. I thought I would never reach it because it seemed too unreal, but I'm at 56 kg, 123 pounds now, so in total, I went down 19 kg, 41.9 pounds. I know it's not as much as many people on here have accomplished in such a long time, but for me, this journey is about more than just losing weight. It has shown me that I'm capable of so much more than I used to think I am, and the way I look on life has turned around 180 degrees. I'm really happy where I am right now, and I hope that my journey inspires others to keep going. Thanks for sharing, Future Narwhals. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more weight loss videos. And once again, subscribe to my second channel for juicy relationship stories. The link is below. Thanks for watching, Narwhals, and I'll see you in the next one.